What's up, YouTube? Sorry about the sun, I can't put it down. Yeah, Zan here, oil change 690 Duke. First one I've ever done on this bike, but we are gonna springerize this thing and get it going. Oh man, this is a really weird bolt. I thought it was gonna be 12. It is a 13, apparently. Yes, we gotta drain the oil out of it. I've warmed it up a little bit. It's not scalding hot, but it's warm. So the oil should flow better. We're gonna take out filter, drain plug. We're gonna take everything off of this. We're even probably gonna take this off at some point. Oh, that's a engine bolt. This held on something that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, it's dirty still. I put it away dirty. I'm an idiot, I know. Had a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, we're gonna change the oil out on this. I'm cooking. I'm gonna take the carbs out of that today, but that'll be a different video. But yeah, we're working in the garage. We got a lot going on out here, and it's spring. It's finally time to ride. So I am on the warpath right now to get me back on the road. Suzuki, I feel like is, I mean, like, we're talking so close, guys. And then the ZX-10R is it's a fun project, and this the 650, my 650, should be close too. Jesus, who put this on? Man, she tight like a tiger. Toit like a tiger. I'm gonna get the oil on this. I already know it. Okay, this should be the oil drain. There's like 2 plugs down here though, so I gotta double check what both of these are. And it looks like it's gonna drip right on the exhaust. So we're gonna have to divert that. So the best diversion I had for maybe the Ninja 300, maybe it was the 650. I'll figure that out when I do the 650. Is actually just taking a piece of aluminum foil and draping it over the top of the exhaust and down so that it comes out that way. So I'm gonna go get aluminum foil, check the chicken. Oh, look at that adjustable, love it. And then we'll get back to this, right? And, oh, there's an oil filter on the other side, and somewhere down here there's another, and it might be one of these two. There's a gasket behind, or a screen behind one of these two, which I bought the whole kit. It's up here. We'll go through that in a minute. Oh, dying as well. But yeah, go get my aluminum foil. Yeah. All right, I got my aluminum foil wrapped on here. I don't want this coming off with the wind. And I lied. This is the drain right here. This, I think, is one of those screens I'm going to be changing in a minute. I'm just going to loosen that up so it's hand tight, and we're going to drain some oil out. Let's see what this oil looks like. Previous owner said he did it right before I got it. It looked very clean, and he seemed extremely trustworthy. And I only went a couple thousand miles on it, but we're going to see. Oh yeah, that's still good. We're still good. Look at that. Magnetic drain plug and everything. Beautiful. I'm going to put the 16 mil right on top of this. There, you're not going anywhere. A little bit of grease. No real metal shavings, though. I think we're good on oil. The drain plug does not look pretty. I wonder if I got a new one of these. The threads don't look good, actually. So let's take this out. Screw it. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? A little more oil comes out. This might be one of the, oh yeah, there's one of the screens, which we got a new one of those. So we'll replace that. I don't even know what caps we have either, so. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna throw this screen right out, because I know I have a whole kit of them. And then we're gonna let that drip for a while, let it get all that oil out. And then we'll get back to the oil change. If I think the chicken's done though, so it's probably gonna eat first, then come back to it. So might be back in the garage by the time you guys get back. Just because the sun's probably gonna go down faster than I'll eat. So yeah, power of editing. We'll be back. All right, right here, YouTube. Had another plug. Still got some oil in it. Right there. And this had another screen in it, so took that out. So don't Don't fall, don't fall. I guess it's time to get this box of goodies opened. To destroy the box the most epic way possible. Okay, there we go. So we've got 2 screens. Okay, plug. Oh, two of the plugs. Bunch of O-rings. Man, there's a lot of O-rings. But no drain plug, which is sad. But it is what it is. So we've got FL. These are like the same thing that I just took off. I took out. So we've got an oil filter here and an oil filter on the other side, but I don't know which oil filter goes on which side yet. Huh. And we've got just a buttload of these O-rings here. If I were a betting man, I would say this one goes with this one. Oh, okay, I see where the other little ones go. Okay. So you got to assemble your own O-rings and everything. So to match that, and then this guy here has an O-ring here and here according to that. So let's just assemble all the stuff I can. Oh, it's open on both ends? Interesting. Is this one? Okay, it's open on both ends. Okay. So it's an oil passageway. Just gonna get oil on everything. Well, whatever. Little oil and gasket's not gonna hurt it, right? Obviously. There we go. Just use the oil off my fingers. Voila. Voila. Touch this for a little bit of slightly used motor oil, but still better than nada. It's not black, so we're good. It's not burnt oil, so we're good. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do that. That's the old one. What are you doing, Zan? What are you doing? Get some oil on that O-ring. Okay. This should just pop on. All right. And she's very empty, so we're going to just get that started in there. If we can. It's kind of a weird angle, but we'll get it. Okay. That way it won't leak more or as much. Okay, so all the O-rings go on these plugs and on the gaskets for the oil filters, which, looking at this, I've got this mixed match bolts. I think I might have a spare KTM bolt over there somewhere that might work for that. But if not, we're going to order the correct bolt, because multiple tools for the same project really bothers me when it's supposed to be all the same tools. Did I get that in there all the way? I don't think I did. There you go. Click. Okay, so that's going to be enough for that. I'm going to take this drain bolt here. I'm going to wipe this down pretty good. We're going to make sure it's nice and clean before it goes back in. And I'm going to look at these teeth on this because they don't look great. And maybe that's just by design so it doesn't pinch or something, but I just don't like how these look. They could just be dirty and I'm just being overly judgmental. But it is my bike. And now these look like they may have been flattened out at one point, like either over torqued or started to cross thread or something. And someone just sent it. So we're going to get it back into the best we can, and if it starts to leak, we'll just order a new one and do this process again. But I mean, it's the drain plug itself is clean, up nicely, and this gasket probably should be replaced, but I don't have one right now, and it's something sometimes you don't have what you need on you, and I'm not waiting 2 days to get a gasket from my dealer or somewhere else, because most stuff's closed already for me to get one. So we'll put that back in. Let's make sure it threads in. It's a little wiggly. That might be why. It might have been a little wiggly and someone just torqued her down a little too much. Okay. Okay, so that's going to stop all that from dripping. Hopefully. We're going to turn this a little bit. We did drip a little on the driveway, but we're going to clean all that up. And that 16 mil I used on top is just coated now. So we're going to need a Torx bit or a 8 mil. for that. And on the other side, we're going to need some kind of 4 or 5 millimeter to get that side off. So let's go grab those, come back, we'll take those filters off, figure out which side's which. We're on the driver's side right now, left side of the bike, driver's side if you're in your car. So that's where the drain bolt and that were. I guess these are trash now, these plugs. So we'll get rid of those. As promised, we are back. I've got, it looks like a 4 mil now that I'm here. Definitely 4 mil. It wasn't even that tight. That's terrifying. And here it comes. Nice. Wow, this is kind of longer than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so I found this bolt in the garage, and it will not fit. Okay, that was worth a try. That's the only other KTM-ish bolt I had laying around. So when I go up to my dealership next time, I will see if I can order another one of these, which is definitely a different size. That is vastly a different size. And is covered in what looks like an anti-seize, possible. Okay. So the trick with these is you got to get them out somehow, and KTM sells a pair of pliers to get them out, but I think I have something that'll do just the same thing as what theirs is. It's just not KTM branded. So let's get this oil filter open if we can. And actually this might have been easier with an 8 mil because get more torque on a socket or a wrench. So that might have been easier to do, but we are Zan, and easy's not always what we do. We try something, and if it fails, then we go to the easy way. Man, the wind's got to stop. You're gonna blow oil. Please, I don't want oil. Oh man, I'm a little struggle getting this off. Let's okay, there we go. Oh, there comes some oil. Okay, little guy. Easy. I don't want it dripping all over the casing. Less cleanup, the better for me. So we're gonna hold it here so I don't move and don't drip oil all over my casings, or do my best I can. Okay. Okay, let her go. Let her go. All right. So those all have the thing about KTM that I really like is like everything is stamped with a part number on it, so you can easily break apart and replace it, I guess. Okay, here they are. Haha. So it looked like a pair of circle clip pliers. Like if I put that in there and squeeze, I should get a hold of her. Let's check. Oh man, no way. Look at that. It's got a hold. Now I pull. Perfect. Okay. I'm just letting it drip out a bit. Don't rock the boat. Don't get oil everywhere. I don't want it. Okay, looks like the left side of the bike, or the driver's side, is the red filter. Just gonna let that drip for a second. There we go. Get out of there. Filter doesn't look too bad. Fairly newish. So I'm gonna believe that the guy did his oil change when he said he did. I'm gonna throw this right in the trash right now. Go. Oh, shouldn't drip too much. Oh, I lied. It dripped. It dripped a lot. Oh, we're in trouble now, folks. We dripped on the floor. Okay, should have brought a rag with us. We're going to clean up the floor as we go back to the bike. Floor is sealed with something. I don't know what it is. I didn't put the floor in. But the oil seems to come right off it on this side of the garage. Other side, not so much. It's like they did something to seal this side of the concrete. So, yeah, we'll be back after technical difficulties are over. Floor's cleaned up a bit. We're back on this side. We're going to drop this one right in there and let it just go into the abyss. This one is a small one, which looks like it has that rubber piece on it, which is making it a bit harder to get out. because it's kind of suctioned in there. So got it, dropping it, dripped all over my casings. Oh well. New O-ring and gaskets for the caps. Very nice. I just can't believe this thing takes 2 oil filters, 2 screens, like, and I guess the good thing about the screens is they're accessible from the exterior, whereas on the Z125, as you guys would have saw by now, I had to take the casing off the side just to get it out. Okay, so yeah, replace the gasket, grab a touch of oil, oil the gasket so it doesn't stick. Voila, and we're good to go. And we're gonna do the same thing they did last time. We're gonna put the wrong one down. Actually, we'll put the wrong one up top. Let's do it this way so that if I get the right bolt, I probably can take it off without draining any oil. Smart move, Zan. Smart move. Thanks, YouTube. You guys are always on my side. Now, the problem is now I'm really running against the clock because the sun seems to have set behind me. And it is behind the buildings. So we are running out of daylight. And my dinner's getting cold. It's in the garage. It's over there. Okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay. Then I gotta figure out how much oil this darn thing takes. I swear if they didn't give me enough, I'm gonna be so upset. Okay, don't get that dirty. On the fingernails, this is why I need fake nails. Don't get that dirty either. Okay. Got it. Hook it. Pull it. Just throwing those right in there. We'll cover those later. Clean this off. You have to pressure wash the driveway a little bit. Spilled some oil. Get a bigger oil pan next time we do this in. Okay. Oil the gasket. Go. Oh, this one has a rubber piece on it too. It did not stick nearly as hard as the other side. Okay. Oil filter, part number 750.38. It's a freaking IP address, basically. Jeez. Okay. Now, each of these has a torque spec that I will not be following because I don't know them off the top of my head. And we're going to do what we're going to call tight enough, or super good enough, as Maddie would put it. So we're going to do that. Tightish. Just get this thing seated, make sure we're good on both sides. Perfect. Tight enough. Okay, super good enough. The 13 mils on the other side. So let's go to the other side, tighten that one down. So now we're on the right side of the bike. I'll get this guy seated up here nicely. Then we'll clean up some oil, add some new oil. It's gonna be blessed, guys. It's gonna be blessed. We're gonna figure out the spec on the oil. I know it's 10W50 because that's what I bought, but I don't know what quantity. Well, so we put the wrong threads on that. It didn't seem to tighten much. Let's get this one tied up here. Okay, super tight enough. I feel like this one's stripped out of the bolt shot. This is not fucking happening. Yep, and that's probably why there's a different bolt in there, because this thing is shot. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's look at this thing. There are threads on it, but it doesn't really want to go in well. Let's try again. Yeah, definitely skipped some threads there. Great. Okay, so we're gonna have to helix that one out, I think. and hope we don't leak, because that's tight. The bottom one really is not. So, oopsie, wrong one. So not a great start to this bike's life with me, because now I'm gonna have to pull it all apart and start over. Great. We're gonna have to inspect that for leaks as the season goes on, but that gasket seems to be pretty large that I'm not super worried about it. If we have to take the bike down for any reason or get everything else, aka that 650, up and running, we might take that out, take it to a machine shop, drill it, helix it. Do I machine shop it or do I do it myself? That's the real question. And I guess now is the time where we can take this guy off, 16er, and we're gonna go that way with it. Okay, get that. Get our aluminum foil getting off. Okay. Easier to clean up this way too. Okay, okay. All right. Okay, like I said before, we're not going to drip this all over the floor, right? Perfect. It's already been a day, huh? All right, back out to the bike. I did drip some on the Dominator exhaust, which is I want to say this is a Polish exhaust I found. I ordered the silencer for it because it does not have one, and it is kind of deafeningly loud. So I ordered the baffle silencer, whatever you call it, for it. And when that comes in, we'll install that, which should be a 2-second video. And by the time I actually get to editing this, maybe part of this video, perfect, nice and tight, super good enough, tight. Yeah, we're running out of daylight, folks. We gotta make sure these get nice and tight. And this is where I should have brought the ratchet, but we were already here. And I like to do things with hand tools because I can feel it better. And that's just a personal thing of mine. You guys do it your way. All right, that's super tight enough. And that is super tight enough. That shouldn't leak, and that shouldn't leak. Fingers crossed. Now the 16 mil is covered. So wipe her down, pick up our tools, and then we will figure out how much oil this needs. I know what kind. I hope it's not more than 2 quarts because all we have is 2. So we'll be back in a minute, and we'll put oil in her. Right. All right, we've got the Power Synth T4 blah 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 KTM oil for this bike. And it takes 1.8 quarts of oil, and we have, these are okay, these are interesting. These are 1 point, okay. So, yeah, this is by ounces. Here, 2 ounces, 1 quart. I'll do math in my head for a second. 1.9. So there. That's where we're gonna drop it to. We're gonna try to do this one at the. Oops. Let me take the safety ring out. When it goes in, pay attention. Oh, it smells like oil. Actually, does smell like race stuff. That's cool. So we're gonna try to drop this one down a ways to the 1.8 level, or the 0.8. So the next one can just be dumped in. And the problem with that is I got to eyeball it a lot. And then I'm going to put it on a level surface and really test it. I think that should get us darn close. Where is it? There it is. That should be darn close to where I need to be with it. And the only other thing is the spot to put the oil in is, or the spot to put the oil in is not that deep. So if I let go of this, it's probably gonna fall. So yeah, right above the 0.1. So we should be pretty darn close. If we're off by just a hair, we're not gonna be a problem. But we'll run it for a day. Basically, commute to work and back with whatever the oil level is at the end of today, after we check it twice. And then we will, if we need to top it off, we'll top it off. This is just gonna fall. All right, stay there for a second. I'm gonna go quick. Okay. Feed the beast. Bright orange, all those other things. Okay, so we're gonna let that soak up some oil. Let it drain out of here. And then we will run it a bit, check it, run it, check it, you know, and back and forth it a little. Okay. There's not drippings in there, okay. We gotta clean up the casing first before we do anything else. I don't want oil in my casing. With this being 10W50 oil, it does not run as well as others. It's gonna be okay. Okay, she's dripping. Good to go. Touch. Okay, we're gonna clean the casing up. We'll start it, and we will double check for any leaks coming out of this thing. If it's going to leak anywhere, it's going to be right here where this is, because the bolt is, I think, the threads are shot. It's going to leak anywhere it's there. Right, we're going to leave that under it in case, and we'll leave it on the stand just temporarily. That is grass, not a rag. Just temporarily, we'll leave it on the stand. I know you're not supposed to run them on a stand, but we are where we are. And I do what I want to do. Don't do what I do at home. This is educational, and I guess, I don't know, be safer than me. I don't know. Not responsible for your lack of doing the right thing and following what I say. Okay. Fresh rag. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, wipe this up. Drippies from that guy. Drippy from there. Get underneath here. Just wipe everything. Oh, there's where it went down once. Scratch the casing. I know this thing's been down before because the bracket's all broken off down here. But, you know. Okay, now I gotta wash you. I know, baby. I'm sorry. You are dirty. You need a wash. You need a bath. Okay. We've got oil in it. We don't have a key, though. We had a key. What did we do with the key? Oh, this is bad. It's not really that bad, but I found the key. It's in my butt pocket. Yeah, we got some kind of awesome vinyl on here that's got to come off. And we got these guys that are come off. We're gonna re-personalize this bike from the last guy to me. Okay, let's check. Ready? And let it do its boot up thing. There we go, and go. We're going to check it for leaks now, as oil's going through the whole thing. Dry, dry. Dry, 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 all dry. Beautiful. So there, oil is changed on the Duke 690. We've got to do some cleanup out here, get some oil up, put down some kitty litter, and then pressure wash the crap out of it. Be fine. Be good. We got, what else? Got the exhaust tip coming in. Got to clean up our used oil, drop this down, put it in the garage. Ride it tomorrow, right? So, yeah, so tomorrow will probably be the first moto vloggy of the season because, yep, that's where we are. And then there'll be more to come. Bike. Yeah. Yeah, and we're going to do this inside next time, but we got too many bikes. So until next time, I've been Zan. Make sure you recycle your darn oil like I'm doing. I'm pouring into the yellow thing because the yellow then pours into a bigger jug that the yellow basically just can sit in for hours without worrying about dripping, where this one I'm going to drip as much out as possible, and then I'm going to have to kind of tip it back and let it drip into the yellow. It's a process, so I'm going to do it my way. Anyways, I've been Zan. That's been the 690 Duke. This is oil. This is Dino Juice. This is the good, the black gold, whatever else you want to call it. Yeah, and then we're gonna be riding anytime now. So, till the next one, peace out, ride safe, fix stuff, fucking Ford Ranger, and yeah, I'm out.